Everybody, today I'm going to use this video to walk you through how to use the research databases from Lemoore College. I have some links to this throughout the Canvas shell, but I wanted to just show you how to get there if you just want to go from Google. So of course, you're going to go to the Lemoore College page, and then you're going to find Student Life. And under Student Life, you'll click Library. If you're on campus, if you're in the library or on a campus computer, this will automatically log you in. But if not, you'll have to log in from home, whatever computer you're on, and it'll make you actually log in with your credentials. So that's just your West Hills email and or sign-on name and password. So right here on the library, if you notice, I scroll down and I go to databases. So the way this works is each college pays for their own databases, and these are the ones that Lemoore pays for. Sorry, my cat's in the background having a good old time right there. All right, so these are the different ones, and as you can see, they focus on different stuff. Like, for example, this one's Black Lives in America. Down here we have the DSM, which is about mental disorders and so forth and so on. So you can use any of these. Any of the links that come from any of these are fine to use. However, I'm going to walk you through the one I think is the best one, and that is going to be this EBSCO Academic Search Ultimate. So there are a few EBSCOs, but I like this one. When you click on that, it's going to bring up a search bar that looks kind of like a Google search bar. And for the sake of our research today, I'm going to use autism. So now notice that I just searched a very broad search to begin with. I'm just like, let's see what's out there. It gives me 69,000 articles. Well, I think we can agree that's way too much to weed through. So what we do is we come over to the left and we begin to limit or filter the articles. So we're going to do full text. That takes us down to 34,000. We're going to do peer reviewed. Peer reviewed is where not only is it the person who wrote it, but other scientists, doctors, etc., have also agreed that the information is valid. So that brings us down to 28,000. Right here, I have the publication date. I think it's fair to say that for a topic like autism, there's been a lot of research in the last few years. And so we don't have to use information from 1959. We can scoot this date. We'll just go the last 5. And that brings us to 11,000 articles. So let's see, I'm going to choose academic journals only. And then I'm going to choose English because I speak English. I wish I spoke Spanish. I was working on it for a while there, but I need to get back to it. And then from here, we can even focus even further by looking at the subject. So if you wanted to look at, diagnostic information, anxiety prevention, if you want to use articles just from the United States, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So that gives me 176 articles to look at. And hopefully we can find something we're looking for. Now, there are other ways to filter. You can come up here and type the actual, term you're trying to find. We're not going to do papers on things like autism in this class. We're doing things on we're doing papers on maybe what is the best treatment for autism or something along those lines. So you might want to do autism treatments or autism diagnosis or whatnot. So we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to click on this one. It says the rate of autism diagnosis in the United States has grown. So maybe we want to make an argument about the diagnosis of autism and the increase. Is it an increase in diagnosis? Is it an increase in people with autism? What's going on there? And that's the argument paper that we want to write. As I click on this, right off, you'll see a few pieces of information. You can see the author, you can see the source, some of the topics involved, and then you have the abstract. And the abstract is just another word for summary or annotation. This just tells you what the article is actually focused on. So as you can see, it focuses on supporting autistic students in their journey to higher education. So if you read all this and you're kind of like, yeah, I think I want to use that. You'll come over to the left side and you'll click PDF full text. From there, I will load up another window, and as you can see, this is a 6-page article. It looks like it had some pull quotes. It's got some really pretty artwork and probably a pretty easy to read article overall, considering what some of the articles you might get on these databases look like. So from here, if you decide, yes, I would like to use this article for my paper, there's a few things you can do. If you're in the West Hills Library, you can always print the article. I'm kind of old school. I like having paper in front of me. And so I might come over here to the right and go to this little printer and print it. But the thing I recommend doing no matter what is to email it to yourself. So find this little, like a little letter envelope, and then click on that, and then go ahead and email it to yourself here, put your email address in. And over on this side, I would go ahead and find that citation and click MLA format. Now that's going to deliver the article to you with a link and a PDF, and it's going to have the actual citation, which will be helpful for your annotated bibliography. So you can send that to yourself, and that will be really helpful. And just to show you what I'm talking about in terms of the citation, down here, if you click on this little paper on the left side, underneath the folder, you'll click there and you'll scroll down a little bit. These are all the different types of citations. And right here, you would just be able to copy and paste that into your annotated bibliography or works cited page as a source. And so that is what we mean when we say, the works cited page or the citation of a source. This is what we're looking for. Now, like I said earlier, there's lots and lots of different databases to use. So I'll just go and show you one more. There's another one here called Films on Demand, and I always like to point this one out because you don't just have to use articles as sources. You can use podcasts and videos and other things. They just have to be legitimate sources. And so anything that comes off of these particular um, sources is going to be legitimate. So I'm going to go ahead and use our same topic and search autism, and it's going to bring up 964 results. So as we scroll down, oh, the second one's on diagnosing autism. That kind of sticks with what we were talking about. So I'm going to click on that. And it's the same kind of situation here. It gives you this is a 2-minute and 22-second segment about diagnosis of autism, but ultimately there is an entire transcript here for the source. And then underneath the video, you can